Stand by. Send it.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. All right, so today we're checking out something pretty cool. It's going to be a little bit different from stuff that we've checked out previously. Now, we've done like movie reviews and we've checked out some scenes here and there. But today we're checking out a Canadian war movie, kind of like a war drama even, but it's called Hyena Road. I think it came out in like 2015, if I remember that correctly. But I gotta say, from what I've seen so far, it definitely takes it to another level as far as war movies, because some of them don't generally focus on like the realism aspect. And I gotta say, this movie seems to do it pretty well. So I'm excited to check it out. It might get age restricted. I'm not really too sure. It might get blocked. Not really too sure. But it's a cool scene, and I want you guys to be able to experience this movie as well. So let's check it out. So I'm not sure who this movie actually focuses on. It looks like some sort of Canadian Special Forces. That dude's got a 4-2 commando hat, though. Interesting.
What's up? Take a look at that car. Cover the stretch of road 50 meters to the left. 3 on Charlie, this is 6-6. What's your ETA?
6631 Charlie. We're about 3 to 4 mics the other side of the hill.
3 on Charlie, this is 6-6. Advise you hold your position. Do not crest the hill. I say again, do not crest the hill. We got something weird on the road. Can I have a look? Wait out.
Okay. Okay, so this is probably one of the least accurate things in this movie, because generally speaking, when you're talking about, I imagine they're trying to look for like an IED or something, but it looks like there's just like an oil stain on the road. IEDs are going to be a lot harder to see a lot of the times. Usually it'll just be like a pile of like dirt in a line to cover up a wire. Sometimes it'll just be some disturbed earth, or even just like a plastic jug on the side of the road. They're a lot more sophisticated and sort of harder to find at some points. But I don't know what they're seeing here. It kind of just looks like an oil slick on the road. But I guess they're doing some overwatch for this convoy going on. So, of course, with IEDs, there's generally going to be either someone watching or an ambush actually set in place around that. So we'll see if we see that here. It's never fun to stop on the road either.
Hey, can you get the coyote on the patch just 10 meters left of that culvert? Put a round in it.
Okay, interesting method. I've not seen this.
What do you think?
It's probably nothing.
It's just like an oil stain or something. They're shooting at it. Well, I mean, they definitely gave their position away now.
Could be just a bad patch of road.
What if you're wrong?
When have I ever been wrong?
My sister?
Yeah, that was bad.
That's definitely where the drama comes in a little bit.
Line up on that patch dead ahead of us.
Let's see what an incendiary does.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so I'll give the caveat right now. When I was talking about the realism aspect, it was more for like the effects, especially like when you see people get like injured in this, or like the explosions, those are really, really on point. This stuff necessarily might not be too accurate. Of course, if you guys deployed as part of like the Canadian military, let me know if this was like a standard operating procedure, but I've not seen this done particularly myself. This dude just has like some random incendiary round.
Stand by. Send it.
I like how they didn't take like any cover either. They would have gotten jacked up right there. Oh my gosh, and now they see these dudes all of a sudden. All right, well, here we go. That must have been a massive IED. I'm wondering where these guys were hiding that they weren't able to see them, especially these guys. Within like 10 seconds, you have like a wall of, okay. Okay, I shouldn't have started this video saying it was realistic, but I gotta say it's definitely entertaining. This is kind of funny though. You literally just have a wall of Taliban just coming out of nowhere. I like how they're doing the battle cries too. I've not seen that particularly either. I don't know what they're running to. Their guns work perfectly fine.
Alpha, this is 6-6. Sitrep, we are being effectively engaged. Exfilling now. Over.
3-9 Alpha, Roger, out.
Hey, we got a tick. We got troops in contact.
3-1 Charlie, 3-9 Alpha. Do you acknowledge last from 6-6?
3-1 Charlie, Roger.
So as far as the actual radio etiquette and what we're hearing here, that's actually really accurate as far as them using the call signs, how they're using the call signs. Sometimes you just see some movies just be lazy and they'll be like, okay, sitrep is a military term, so let's just use sitrep. So let's say send a sitrep or something weird like that. It doesn't really sound right, especially if you've been in the military and actually did all that sort of stuff over the radio. I gotta say what we're seeing here is actually pretty on point.
6-6 negative. Do not crest the hill. The road is filled with IEDs. You're the target. Can you circle the ridge? Get us on the backside.
3-1 Charlie, Roger, but it's 2-0.
Didn't all the Taliban just run across the road?
Break. 6-6, 3-9 Alpha. What's the force size?
6-6, 20 to 25 hostiles. I'm seeking strong point. Wait out.
What is this? I love it. Dude, this guys would be getting...
Need to fight a strong.
Okay, so let me tell you something about enfilade fire. So when you have a bunch of guys that are literally just lining up like this, you have something called enfilade fire, which is when the long axis of the target coincides with the long axis of where the rounds are going. So basically, all these guys are lining up, and you would just have to just shoot in a straight line, and you would start knocking down several guys. So this would be very, very easy pickings, to be honest. Okay, I was trying to hype up that movie, and that was kind of like the worst scene to choose. So we're gonna check out another scene real quick, and I'll show you guys what I mean. It definitely goes a little bit further than some war movies, but what we saw in that last scene is not a good proof of that.
I think it might be more complicated than that.
How? What could possibly?
Cool. Yeah, man, it's brutal, I gotta say.
The guys from the safe house must have come for backup. I got 5 to 10 on the right.
Again, the Taliban just running in waves like that. Oh.
Check the classified. 3-9 Alpha 6-6. Contact. Multiple insurgents. One times VSA.
Yeah, that sucks. There's not a whole lot you can do with a wound like that. I wonder what he got hit with. Jeez.
3-9 Alpha, Roger. How many insurgents? Over?
If it was an AK, I don't think it would do that much, depending on where he got hit.
How far away are the birds?
Now they're at least 30 minutes out. They move back to Exfil 909 attack.
Okay, get onto the talk at a QRF rolling out of Massamgar.
I'm trying to break contact. Moving to Great Punt. We'll stop one from there. Over.
3-9 Alpha, Roger. We're pushing for air and QRF, but you're gonna have to hang in there.
Again, the radio etiquette is on point.
6-6. Be advised. We have a civilian under our protection. Call sign Ghost.
What the fuck? Oh, we gotta leave him.
Number. Let's go. Come in.
And again, it's gritty, man. You got this freaking civilian rocking a M4 too. I mean, so this is just pretty crappy in general. If you're in a situation like this, there's not a whole lot you can do, but just running away and not really firing accurately is probably the worst thing you can do for this. Now, there are definitely people that have actually been in this sort of situation and made it out, and of course they would probably argue that I don't know what I'm talking about, because it's really hard to say what you would do in a circumstance like this, but I think moving to cover is probably a pretty good start in general, which you can see that's kind of what they're doing here. They're probably going to set up like a little bit of a patrol base. I'm not sure what actually led up to all of them just being out in the open like this. and having these guys just run up on them. But yeah, it's in a pretty bad situation now.
Take him! Grab him! Cover it!
There you go. Now they're getting some effective fire. Man, it's just waves of people.
Tire kicking! Go! Get to the door!
Communication is legit. I wonder who the military advisor for this was.
Go, go, go!
Or if these guys themselves are veterans. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Totally, you know, realistic as far as that being a possibility and how that would go down. Yeah, this video is definitely getting like age restricted or something, but again, they went the extra mile with this sort of stuff, just making it like brutal. This dude's a freaking tank. Jeez, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna skip a little bit because I know what actually happens next. And this part is pretty crazy. And I gotta say, I don't know what the budget on this movie was, but it's pretty intense how they actually did this last part. Now, again, this is a drama, so you're gonna see some of the drama aspect come into play. But yeah, you guys gotta see the effects they actually used for this. So they're doing a danger close mission right now on his position, which, I mean, yeah, not really danger close. It's literally on his position.
I'm gonna be a father. You understand? You don't understand what I'm trying to say.
Interesting way to build it up, too.
ندير كروجا جوه تلهم وشعله فجأة شو سري ولازم ذي غيرة من سري سرده فجأة فاخركم.
Oh, is that some lapis? Nice.
Fire!
Yeah, and she's his wife, I think. And he basically did the fire mission through her. Oh man, that's so sick. Hey, if you guys are artillery, that's a bad time to pause it. If you guys are artillery, do they actually have like artillery blanks? Like for movies and stuff like this? Or even just like, I guess, just general sort of training? Because, I mean, I've not seen that. I don't even know what that would look like. That's actually worth a pretty good... let me just Google that right now. Okay, I couldn't find anything, so I'm just going to assume that was a stupid question and that they don't exist. But, of course, if you guys know, put it down below.
$3.99 out for this is 6-6.
39er Alpha, acknowledge.
6-6, I'm sorry, baby.
And again, this special effect coming up is insane. I mean, I'm guessing they literally just blew up a building, but... Man, brutal, dude. Jeez Louise. Yeah, arty is a nasty thing, I gotta say, but I guess when you're in a position like that, it's kind of just like a last resort kind of thing. That's basically it. Again, it's an interesting movie, but I definitely recommend checking out in its entirety. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be into the whole drama aspect, but as far as like the whole nitty gritty, it's pretty intense how they actually make this movie. So not necessarily going to be the most realistic as far as like tactics and whatnot, but again, I think the military advisors for this movie were pretty solid as far as like the communications aspect and just trying to make it just, again, just real and gritty. And there's not a whole lot of movies, like war movies, that are really focused so much on that. But I think it definitely adds a lot as far as like the whole emotion aspect, because yeah, things can just get pretty hectic out of nowhere. But let me know what you guys think about this. Definitely, again, a different sort of reaction. Now, I do have a few other Canada-focused recommendations to get to, so I will try and get to those eventually. But if you guys have any new ones, throw them down in the comment section, or you could also recommend them in the Discord. But of course, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like the aspect of movies going into like the nitty-gritty and really making it extra violent, or if you would prefer it they focus more on the tactics, or just let me know what you guys think is solid for a good war movie, like what they should be focusing on, what they should be getting right, and what it's just nice to see that they actually get right every now and again. Because again, war movies are a very Hollywood kind of thing, so they're not always going to hit the nail on the head, so to speak. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys want to support the channel, you can check out the Patreon down in the video description, or you could also buy some merch, and I do appreciate it. There's some interesting designs on there. Now, I drew most of those designs myself, so I guess it adds like a little bit of a personal touch, if that makes sense. But there's a lot of stuff you can get those designs on, as far as t-shirts, mugs, stickers, water bottles, pretty much whatever you guys name it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Thank you again for watching. And thank you again for sending all those awesome recommendations. But that is it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one.